Well, hello, glorious people of the interwebs, and welcome back to the universe Sandbox 2. Now, we might be looking at our glorious little blue marble here, planet Earth, but today we're going to be focusing on making Pluto great again. When I was a kid, Pluto was a full-blown planet, and has since had its glorious status taken away from it to be reduced to, I don't know, something that's not a planet. The words are escaping me at the moment, but Pluto needs to be made great again. So we're going to make Pluto officially the size of what a planet should be. We're going to make it the size of Earth, and then we're going to have some fun to make Pluto, in fact, great. I do hope you all enjoy this episode. If you do, let me know in the comments below, or hit that like button. And if there's anything else you would like to see in this game, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Now, right now, this is about the size of a moon. What I want to do is I want to make this planet... There we go. It is now, in fact, 2 times the size of the Earth. Now, nothing really has changed for Pluto here. Its radius is slowly decreasing. So it's got the mass of the Earth. Well, what about the radius? Does it have the radius of the Earth? It should have, because the radius adjusts when you adjust the mass. So theoretically, the radius should be about the same as Earth. So let's go back to the sun here. Find our lovely little planet Earth here. So the radius is 6,371. Density 5.51. Yeah, we are about 2 times the size of the Earth right now. Pluto is, in fact, a planet now. Now, Pluto, still very, very, very far from the sun. We might have some fun. We got Uranus way out there. Sweet baby Jesus. Why am I having such a hard time finding everything? Pluto, where are you? There you are, you glorious little planet, you. Not little, by no means. You're 2 times the size of the Earth. You cannot be called a little planet now. You are a glorious planet, you. Now, what I want to mess around with, we're going to lock the radius here, if we can. So let's up it by 1. We'll lock the radius. What happens if we start jacking up the mass a little bit? We're going to keep it the same size as 2 Earths. But what happens if we jack up the density here and the mass? Greenhouse surface temperature is actually slowly increasing. So now we have the mass of 5 Earths, but the radius of 2. Nothing crazy has happened yet. What I want to see... Well, actually, I'm just genuinely curious what happens if we just jack up the mass of these things. Let's do 2 times from where we're at now. Nothing really crazy. Oh, you know what? We need to speed this up. We gotta speed up the simulation if anything crazy is gonna happen here. So everything's going good at the center of the solar system. You know what? Let's make it 100 times the mass of the Earth. We're at 164 times now. Surface temperature is still the same. Nothing crazy. Well, let's... Alright. Let's hit multiply mass by 10 once. Alright, so now it is the same mass as Jupiter. Still nothing too crazy. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Pluto, what's happened there, home skillet? What just happened to you? So now... But... So it's got the same mass as Jupiter, but the radius of 2 Earths. What's the composition at? So it's all silicate. What happens if we changed it to, like, iron? Whoa! Whoa! What'd we do? Oh, no! What is it now? What is this? It's like a red dwarf. Oh, my God. Is anything being affected by this? So let's see here. We've got the... We turned off orbits. Okay. So it looks like we now have something orbiting specifically Pluto. And only Pluto. So, okay, let's turn off orbits. We'll turn back on trails. And we'll speed this up. And see what kind of craziness happens. Because right now, Pluto is a red... Oh, Pluto's effing all sorts of stuff up. I think it's pulling in Orcus. So it's got Oh my god. Uranus is coming in hot. Giggity? I think that's a giggity. Uranus, are you gonna start orbiting Pluto? Oh! What's Eris doing? Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, man. What is going on here? Okay, so Uranus is kind of taken on this insane orbital pattern. I think what's happening right now is it's being both pulled by the sun, but Pluto is still in its typical... Yeah, it's in its... Oh no, it's formed a new orbit now. It started here, but we are still orbiting around the sun, and the sun is actually moving now. So it looks like Pluto has taken the sun off of its center point, and the sun is now trying to orbit Pluto. That's actually really cool. So what's going on here? Has this affected anything over at the sun? We've got our lovely planet Earth, which is still good. I mean, planet Earth is wholly unaffected here. Yeah, we're still sitting at a nice 16.4 degrees Celsius. That's about a little less than 1 degree, about 0.8 degrees more than usual. But all in all, I mean, everything's good here. Huh. Now, Uranus, on the other hand, I don't think Uranus is doing too good. Let's see what happens when we get it a little bit closer to Pluto. I don't think it's ever going to collide with Pluto, but its orbital pattern is now at a very interesting pattern. How close is it going to get to... Alright, so we're at negative 230 degrees Celsius. So as it gets closer to Pluto, is it going to get hotter? No, so temperature really doesn't change. Pluto's still really, really far away. It's never going to get close enough. And I don't think Pluto... Surface temperature 941 degrees Kelvin. That planet is hot. How hot is the sun in comparison? Surface temperature of the sun is 5,775 degrees Kelvin. So not terribly. Can we adjust the surface temperature to make it even hotter? What happens, is it gonna go crazy if we do that? If we increase the surface temperature, it's probably gonna adjust some of these things. But now we know what happens if we make Pluto bigger or heavier and replace the stuff with iron. Look at just like the solar flares coming off of Pluto. I can't believe we actually made it a star. So I'm curious to see what happens if we kind of just speed this up. We got Uranus just at a constant... Oh, it's just sucking in more stuff as we go. Now it's in a really close orbiting pattern to Earth, which is probably going to start messing up some of the inner stuff, maybe? We got all these zigzags everywhere. Everything's looking all sorts of crazy. Something horrible has officially happened to Earth. I don't know what happened. It might have been an error in the simulation. But if you look, Earth suddenly has a straight trajectory. Now, I don't know if it came in close proximity to Pluto. No, it didn't. It just, like, got jettisoned. What's going to happen here if we play... Oh, God, that's too quick. Slow this baby down a little bit. All right, no, so it was just a glitch in the trails. But the temperature on Earth did decrease there for a little while. It looks like things kind of started to freeze over. Eventually... No, everything's good on Earth now. It looked like we went through a little bit of a cold spell there. Surface temperature dropped to like 10 degrees Celsius for a little bit. I imagine once Pluto gets closer, things are going to go horribly awry. Pluto finally captured Neptune in its grasp, I suppose. But what's really cool is Neptune... We basically have like a binary star pattern here. And, I mean, the inner planets are pretty... Oh, Earth's getting a little cold here. The inner planets are surprisingly well. Let's see. I was trying to put the... Not the background. I wanted to put the habitable zone in. So Earth is still fine inside the habitable zone. Words are hard! Oh, God, that almost gave me a stroke. Let's slow that baby down a little bit. Can't do all 11 years a second when we're in here. There we go. So yeah, Earth still doing really, really good. We can kind of keep that there and put the trails back on. And we can see here when we speed it up, it kind of, oh God! We've got this cool effect where the Earth kind of just, it starts getting pulled close to Pluto when Pluto gets in its typical proximity to the sun, and it pulls it just a little bit farther, and then the sun stops, and then Pluto gets closer, it pulls the sun, and then the sun stops again. And it's just kind of this perfect little setup here for the Earth to actually be able to have two suns, which would be really cool. Probably terrible as well, but still cool. So what I'm curious about is Pluto is still pretty small. I mean, obviously we've made it great, but can we make it greater, like a little bit brighter? So we've got the mass we want to lock now. Can we lock the density as well? So we can lock the mass. What happens if we increase its radius to make it bigger and brighter? It looks like it's getting brighter as we expand it, maybe? Perhaps the bigger we get it. So what? Let's see if we can make it similar to the sun. So what happens if we make two suns but the same mass as it is now? I have no idea what's going to happen here, but I've copied the radius of the sun. And we're going to paste it in here. See what happens. Alright, so now Pluto is now the same size as the sun, but obviously significantly lower mass and lower temperature. So if we hit play on this, oh god, it's on fire! Has anything changed? I believe everything is still the same because it's not affecting, it doesn't basically have, it's just larger but doesn't have more of a gravitational pull on. Whoa! I hope that asteroid didn't just hit Earth. Oh, that's not good. So the surface temperature is dropping here. But everything has died on Earth now. There's nothing habitable. Oh, it's showing there's still cities, but I feel like there really isn't. Everything is definitely dead, so it's only 8 degrees Celsius here now. Which is kind of sad. It's still in the habitable zone. But... oh wait, no. Things are coming back. Everything's fine! So it was cold for a second. And the simulation decides that everything's dead, and then it goes back to being at a decent enough temperature to where everything doesn't die. That's so interesting. I want to make it, because you still can't see Pluto from Earth. It's so far away. We could track it. Yeah, it's just so tiny over there. I wonder what happens if we made it bigger. How big would we need to make it for us to be able to see it? Let's do 10 times from here. Oh, we can see it now. Oh yeah, if we click off of it and turn off the trails. So that definitely would give us 2 suns in the sky now. So if we speed this up, you can actually see Pluto will pretty much always be in the sky kind of far away. That's so interesting. So Pluto would be always in the same spot. Still, technically, a star in the sky, another sun, but significantly dimmer. That's actually really, really cool. I want to make it brighter. I have no idea what's going to happen when we click this, but I'm only going to do 2 times. Oh. So, mass is still the same. Density, we've just made it hotter. And it now is very, very bright in the sky. We make it even brighter? Okay, so that's about sun right now, about sun brightness. And it doesn't seem to have negatively affected anything, so orbits are still the same. Let's turn on trails and see what happens here. So if we speed it up enough... It doesn't seem like anything's been horribly affected. And we still have our binary star pattern, with Earth still in the habitable zone. We haven't blown anything up today. It's great. This would be so weird. So, since Pluto is pretty much always going to be over there, everything looks kind of normal on the sun side. But what would darkness look like with having Pluto as our binary star? It looked like you were going into hell. Look at this. This is crazy. And I don't think this would last all year round either. Obviously, as you go into darkness, you go into the hell that is the light of Pluto. But we're sitting right at a perfect surface temperature. It's just the nights would be completely different. Now, you'd always experience this at night, but I think the amount of nighttime that you would experience is you have like a little bit of actual darkness, and then there's some kind of like dark red orange nighttime. That is so... It's crazy to think about, really. I think we have officially made Pluto great again. Earth is perfectly fine. And Pluto is... Not only did we make it a planet, but we made it a binary star, and still able to survive with it. Look at this! Pluto's got its own habitable zone. It's so much bigger than the sun's, too. That is so like, so many different things could potentially live here. Like, planets would have a huge chance of success with a star like this. It also has a much larger no bueno zone. Could we put a second Earth in orbit around Pluto in the habitable zone and have it survive? Is that a thing we could do? We now have another Earth in orbit around Pluto. That's what daytime's gonna look like to this Earth. Terrible. But it is, in fact, orbiting Pluto, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Let's speed this up a little bit and see what happens here. This may have just, like, effed up everything. Earth? What you doing, homie? Oh, so it's got some kind of weird, crazy trajectory because it still has the pull from the sun as well. And Earth is now in the bad part of Pluto. Well, does it stay there long enough to survive? Oh, it just froze over. Negative 800 or 80 something. Yeah, so Earth cannot survive in orbit around Pluto with the sun. But Earth can definitely survive in orbit around the sun with Pluto as a sun. I accidentally made Pluto 239 times as luminous as the sun. Now, the cool thing about this is before, Pluto is like way on the backside of the Earth. So eventually, at certain times, we're gonna have a stroke here. Like, the sun and Pluto will be at the same angle, so we'll have like this weird mixture of two different colored lights. And Earth is still good. Now, I am curious here. We've made Pluto great again, but can we make Pluto evil now? I mean, technically, Pluto's a sun, so we could theoretically... What happens if we make the mass of Pluto... Oh, God. Just went right up in there. If we made the mass of Pluto smaller, what would happen? With it being such a... Oh, God, what did we just do? What is this? What is this? It's a super luminous Jupiter. Oh, my God. Oh, what did I do? Did we break everything? I don't even know anymore. Let's just make it big again. There we go. We made it big again. Now, can we make it explode? If we make Pluto go supernova, what'll happen to, like, the sun and stuff, right? Riddle me curious. Farewell, sweet Pluto Prince. We did make you great, but now we're going to make you freaking legendary. Are you ready? Boom. Okay, so it did one... It went supernova, baby! Will it cause the sun to go supernova, though? Holy Jesus. Do you guys remember the effects that the supernova had on Earth? And it took a long time. And the supernova had to be pretty close. But since this... I don't know what's going on here, but Earth is not doing well at all. It's about to go molten already. And that supernova's pretty far out, man. This ain't looking good. Now, technically, all the planets are still in orbit around the sun. I wonder if they'll remain in orbit even with the supernova? Uranus is just like, oh, shit! Oh, my God. 100,000 degrees Celsius. Oh, what even is Uranus now? Oh, my God. Oh, it's so cool. 100,000 degrees Celsius. Sweet baby Jesus. The sun is just chilling. The sun don't give no shits. The sun, on the other hand, or the Earth, which kind of looks like a sun now, is not doing so good. Supernova is now entering the inner parts of the original, well, the solar system that Pluto was once a part of. But Pluto has become too great. Too massive. Pluto is now so great, planets will form from its explosion. That's exciting. That's exciting stuff. Nothing's greater, in fact. Oh my God, I don't know what's going on. Something crazy's happening. So the sun, I think oh shit, the Earth just exploded. Earth is gone. Oh no, there it is. It's just way out here now. So it got pushed back from the supernova, I think. Yeah, it definitely did. That supernova's huge now. So everything's pretty much getting moved away. And we saw this happen before, but now, what happens if we put a supernova inside of a supernova? Right? Like, why not ask these questions? Let's find out. Let's put it down to days. Boom! Oh, hello. A supernova within a supernova. Nothing too crazy happens. It's just supernovas for days. Oh my God. Okay. Well, I don't think we could have made Pluto any greater than we did. Ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you all enjoyed the episode. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. I will see you in the next one.